What's up, you guys? This is Jay Youngo2 back with another basketball video. And if you saw the title of this video and the thumbnail, of course, because I know you have eyes and a brain and you can process information, we're talking about the Sacramento Kings. And of course, if you're a basketball fan right now, you know that the Sacramento Kings right now have the second best record in the Western Conference, right just behind the Denver Nuggets, just by a few games. The Sacramento Kings, I've talked about them earlier this season. Now, I can't say I'm a pro at talking about the Sacramento Kings because obviously I haven't covered them all season long. But of course, I know the amount of talent. De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, both those guys, especially De'Aaron Fox, has definitely played like an all-NBA player this season, especially as well as Sabonis. And this team, man, they have great talent, not to mention great coaching. You know, the culture for the Sacramento Kings is changing and things are getting better. I mean, you got their fans literally just happy that their team is even just a good team. And let's take into perspective for a moment about the Sacramento Kings. The last time that this team was a good basketball team was the 2006 NBA season. And during that time, a lot in the NBA was different. Some of our favorite players, such as LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, all these guys, man, they were in the peak of their career during this time, and now some of those guys are not playing, of course, and we all know about Kobe, of course, RIP, but it's just crazy to think that the Sacramento Kings, the last time they were good, we had some of the best players, you know, who are all-time greats still playing during that time, and now looking at where the Sacramento Kings are today, you know, this team, they already won 42 games, and they're going to finish the season. If they lose every single game to this point now, they will still finish with a record over 500. So that is still a good accomplishment for the Sacramento Kings, even if that did happen for them. People are saying that this Sacramento Kings team can possibly make it far in the playoffs. Me, personally, I believe that the Sacramento Kings team, they're a good young team. And the thing is, when you look at the Western Conference right now, it's fluctuated. But not only fluctuated, just some of the best teams that you would expect to be in the top of the standings aren't playing at that level. And the Kings, they've just been able to run with that this season. And that's not to discredit anything that Sacramento Kings has accomplished this year. But let's be real. Some of the best teams, such as, you know, the Warriors, they're not up there in the standings. The Suns, they're still working their way up in the standings. I mean, there's many teams. I mean, you could even say the Lakers, of course, too. Now, after they got that trade and all the players they have now on their team, they're looking a lot better. So a lot of things can change. And I believe that the Sacramento Kings team is probably, to me, a first or second round exit. I just feel like, you know, this is their first year really becoming a legit team. And they definitely need that experience. And they never made it to the playoffs. Let's be real. I mean, this Kings, they missed an entire decade of play without making it to the playoffs. So that says a lot right there. And I believe that this team is young. They have talent. They have depth. They have everything that they need to really compete, despite being, you know, one of the more worst defensive teams. What has really helped them is in the fourth quarter, they turn into one of the top ranked defensive teams in all of basketball. But for the Kings, as far as young teams out there that are really transitioning and growing, this is one of those teams. You know, they're not, in my opinion, the level yet of like the Memphis Grizzlies, who are another young team in the NBA. They're not on their level, in my opinion, even though they have a greater record right now. I just think that as far as talent, the Grizzlies are still a better team overall. And the Kings, you know, they're just a new kid on the block now, basically. You know, they came out of nowhere this season, and they are one of the best teams in the NBA. They have the best offensive rating in the NBA. Also, a plus 2.7 net rating, which is very, very impressive. A lot of that, of course, has to do as well with the head man, De'Aaron Fox, who's also leading the league in the clutch scoring. Not to mention as well, you know, he just knows how to get the job done in the clutch, which is why they've been one of the best teams in the NBA this season alone. And of course, the Kings, they are second in the clutch and turnovers, at a whopping second in the entire NBA. So just looking at the Sacramento Kings team, you know, as a whole, and taking into perspective, you know, DeMarcus Cousins, he couldn't get the job done, of course. Then they had, you know, Tyreke Evans, who was supposed to be that guy for them, but of course he didn't. They had Isaiah Thomas, DeMarcus Cousins. They had some pretty solid players over the years come and go. Marvin Bagley, who was supposed to be that guy for them. This Kings team, their luck has really just been trying to build in the draft. And luckily enough, they have been making the right decision. They've traded for good players as well. You getting Kevin Herter, getting Demonis Sabonis, making this team a more dominant team overall. And getting Sabonis was definitely the icing on the cake that really made things just fully work. And now we're seeing that in full display this season. Like I said, I can't say everything about the Sacramento Kings. I haven't really watched all their games this year. Of course, they're not a nationally televised, type of team yet. They've had a few games that have been. But overall, it's just really been interesting to see that this team, after over a decade of not making it to the playoffs, finally get that opportunity to really do something. And, they can possibly make it to the second round, even, if they're really, really lucky, possibly to a conference finals, which I seriously doubt. But you got to give credit where credit's due, and they've definitely proven everybody wrong this season on how good they can be. But yeah, man, that's all I really had to say for the Sacramento Kings in this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down below more about the Sacramento Kings and everything that they've done this year, more stats, anything that you can just throw out there interesting. Let me know down in the comment section below, and I will definitely be able to cover more of that. But yeah, I hope you guys don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content each and every single week. Have a great day. Peace.